So in this video I'm going to explain why video games often make terrible movie adaptations, and also at the end of this video I'm going to explain how you can make money testing video games. Now the first reason why video games often make terrible movie adaptations is because the wrong games are adapted. Whilst video games with compelling stories including Mass Effect, Bioshock or Elder Scrolls wait to be adapted, Resident Evil films continue to hit theatres whether or not anyone asks for them. Quite simply, the wrong games are being adapted into movies. And number two is they don't tell the right stories. Games like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter offer very little in terms of story. The movies are often cash cows designed to purely capitalise on the game's popularity. And number three is that they stay true to the source material. What works in a video game often doesn't work in movie. Action can be repetitive and dull in a movie, but fun to play as a video game. Now another reason why video game movies often fail is because they don't have checkpoints. Most video games are based on the main character dying and resuscitating at various checkpoints and challenges. In the movie version, the main character appears indestructible and predictable. Another key reason why video game movies often fail is that acting is often horrible. Video game movies have a strange phenomenon of bringing out the worst in actors. Take the Super Mario Bros. Movie for example. Bob Hoskins delivered by far the worst performance in his career. Now another factor is that movies aren't interactive. Video games function on interaction whilst watching movies is a passive activity. The stories, themes and characters are based on a very different form of entertainment. Video game movies also try to cram in too much into 2 hours. Video games are designed to be played for many hours, whilst a movie typically lasts between 90 to 150 minutes. As such, a film cannot accurately reflect the size and scale of a video game unless the story is well written. The Warcraft movie failed to reflect the scale of its world. And often overlooked many of its intricate details. Video game movies are often obsessed with the aesthetics of the movie instead of the story, aiming to replicate the game's graphics whilst ignoring the story and character arcs. Now number 9 is they choose action over adventure. Video game movies focus on action sequences instead of developing the character and showing a detailed action overcoming various obstacles and gaining new skills. And finally, they make ridiculous changes. Video game movies often change elements of the game to attract both fans of the game and movie fans who have never heard of the game. This often confuses the story and frustrates both audiences with dull and confused characters. So these are 10 reasons why video game movies often fail. Now if you'd like to become better at playing video games and also become a professional video game tester, I'll leave a link to this article and it explains how you can make money playing video games. So the role is that you'll be testing video games and looking for bugs in the way that the game is developed, and you will then feed those bugs back to the game's developers and they'll pay you a fee for identifying bugs. So it's a way of being paid to play video games. Now video game testing is a crucial part of video game development because video games can cost up to $100 million to develop, and even the smallest bugs can actually ruin the prospects and reputation of a video game. So if you are interested in becoming a video game tester and finding a footstep into the video game industry, I'll leave a link to this article in the comments below and you can read it through and it'll give you more steps on how you can become a professional video game tester. So if you like this video, please also like and subscribe.